Yo, so I heard some dudes like it was like the first minute of the video, and I just shut it off. Um, Everybody's being so negative, man. Why is everybody so negative, man? Look, man. Right? You know what we are? Let me tell you what we are. Right? We are Fox Sport. No, it's fine. No, what we are. We're boxing fans. Right? We're here to observe. Okay, that's what we're here for, right? We want fights, and we want them now, right? We want, we want to see who the best is. We want to see fights. I want to see fights happen. I want to be entertained by the fights. That's what we are. We're fans. Okay, that's what we are, right? We're not promoters. We don't promote the fights. Okay, we're not in charge of getting the fights out there. That's not why we're here, right? It's not our job to put light in the sport. There's none there. That's not our job. It shouldn't be a job. It should just be enjoyment. All right, the promoters and the networks, that's their job. Their job is to put the sport out there, right? It's the fighters' job to agree to the fights and get in the fucking ring. That's their fucking job. It's not my job. It's not my job to do, publicity for the sport. That's not my job. Hey, man, what do you do? Do you like boxing? Yeah, I like boxing. Are you a fan? Nah, I'm not really a fan. I'm a publicist. I do public relations with boxing. That's what I do. What does that mean? Well, it just means I pretend that everything's doing great. That's what I do. I pretend everything's good. I say it's a great year when it really isn't a great year. That's right. I'm just a surrogate. Like, we're not fucking surrogates for fucking the sport of boxing. We're not here to be fucking surrogates. Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to just, I'm going to bullshit myself. What are we supposed to be surrogates for ourselves to convince ourselves that everything's great? But don't be so negative. Don't be so negative, man. Hell yeah, I'm going to be negative if the situation's negative. All right? It's just the way it is. All right? Like, come on, put a positive spin on it. Well, why don't you do that, DStyle? Put a positive spin. Everything's great. You want me to come out here and tell you everything's great when it's not? Is that what it is? Now, look, I'm not morphine. I'm not here to offer you the 2 pills or okay. That's right. That's definitely not why I'm here. But this whole there's just this movement of fans that don't realize that they're just fans, right? I'm just a fan. That's it. Those that are going to listen to this video, you're fans of the sport. We're not public relations for boxing. We're not surrogates for boxing. We're not here to put a positive spin, all right, on what's really going on with the sport. Now, look, I'm not going to act like everything's shit, right? We got Kovalev versus Ward coming. I think that's a great fight. It's good for boxing ultimately, right? The best fighting the best is a good thing. The problem is we just don't get it enough. It's a bandage for a very deep wound, right? Like, one fight isn't going to cure the sport. Now, it's just not the way it is. So here's the thing, right? If this was a great year for boxing, so far we're in October, right? If this was a great year overall, there's no reason I wouldn't come on here and tell you it was a great year, right? I don't get paid to tell you it's a bad year. I don't get paid. Okay, I don't get paid for this shit. I just come on here and I just give you my opinion on what's going on with the sport. That's all I do. the sport is suffering right now. Yeah, but what about the great fight that happened in Japan the other week? It was a unification. Well, so let me ask you, right? If a tree falls in the middle of the forest and nobody's there to hear it, does it make a sound? That old philosophical question. Well, does it make a sound? No, it doesn't make a sound, right? There's been years here. I've been here what now? Fucking shit. It's gonna be like 9 years now, right? On YouTube, off and on, 3 different channels. There's been times where I've come on here and I've said, hey, this has been a terrific year for boxing. I remember the November to Remember. Does anybody remember that month? I think it was in 2010 or 11. 2010 or 11. I forget which year. The month of November with a Super 6 and HBO and Showtime. Even Friday Night Fights had some good fights. Every weekend was stacked with amazing fights, like great fights. And I came on here and I was excited for it. We don't get months like that anymore. I'm not going to come on here and act like everything's all great. HBO's been crap overall this year, right? I don't act like it's been amazing. I mean, you guys, you're taking this surrogate shit way too far, right? I mean, there's people out there that are pretending, like they're literally pretending, like Gennady Golovkin versus Cal Brook was like at the level of a Hearns. Not Hearns, sorry, a Leonard versus Hagler, right? They're pretending. It's like, let's play pretend. They're acting as if we witnessed this generation's Leonard Hagler just a couple months ago. What, like what? Nobody told anybody that, I guess. Just a little bubble of little GGG fans, okay, here on YouTube that like to get together and pretend like GGG is the greatest middleweight of all time. What a great year. Stupid. Come on, man. Don't be so negative, man. We're witnessing greatness before your very eyes. Oh, man. This shit's insane. It just is. All right? This hasn't even been like really, like how many fighters can you say like had their best year this year? Like really, like name me one. Can you name me a fighter that's had their best year of their career this year? Are somebody going to say GGG because he beat the Sugar Ray Leonard of his era? Is that what you're going to tell me? How does that work? You just like kind of get together, just kind of all agree that it's true or what? Like, is that what you do? Just kind of congregate one another, like yeah. This was the fight. This was the fight. Yeah, right here. We had Leonard Hearns, but they're being so negative that they don't see it. And if we had Leonard Hearns of this era, believe me, we wouldn't have to be surrogates. Okay, we wouldn't have to be playing pretend. We would just fucking enjoy it, right? Okay, like it's just the way it is. Anyway, there's way too many boxing fans out there, all right, that want to be told that everything's all sunshine and rainbows, right? It's like if you go to the doctor and the doctor tells you, hello, sir, we just reviewed your test and it looks like you have cancer. No, I don't. Unfortunately, sir, we did review the test. We triple checked. Unfortunately, you have cancer, Mr. Boxing. It's not looking very good. But the good thing is there's things we can do to treat it. No, we don't need treatment. No treatment. I'm going to get no treatment whatsoever. I'm good. I'm as healthy as I've ever been. Right? Like, okay, I'm having a Leonard Hagler type of year right now. Right? You just don't know it, doc. Right? No, sir, this is really serious disease, but The good thing is we caught it early. We know what the symptoms are. We can, we're going to go ahead. We have some medication. You can take. Nah, doc, I'm good. I'm good. Everything's good, doc. Everything's good. Got no problems. Sir, the evidence shows that you do, in fact. We saw the x-rays. We're seeing, unfortunately, it's not what I want to say. Come on, doc. Why don't you just tell me that I don't have cancer? I'm going to feel better. You have to come on here and tell me I have cancer. See, that's what's going on right now, right? The evidence is overwhelming that the sport is in a downward spiral. It's overwhelming, guys, all right? The ratings have dropped, right? There's less dates. The revenue has been dwindled down to like 20% of what it used to be, right? On HBO. Showtime's future is not looking too bright either, right? With their budget. They're cutting budgets. They're cutting the money. The money's getting cut short. PBC has a lot of problems right now. It might not even work out. And then what do you do after that? Where is this surge of amazing boxing all over the world? Like, where is it? Yeah, pockets of it. The UK is doing kind of good right now, right? But just in general, the mecca of boxing, which is the United States of America, is falling, and it's falling hard, right? And don't give me this, no, well, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Boxing a worldwide sport, man. Yeah, okay. Then why don't these fighters fight in their countries then? Well, why do they have to fight here in the U.S.? The majority of the time. Why? Because this is where the money is, all right? This is where the money's at. If the money runs out here, fighters are going to make a lot less, period, okay? Because the market's going to bring down, what fighters can make, right? And if that happens, less and less people are going to take boxing worldwide, right? And that's just the reality, right? As long as boxing remains an Olympic sport, there'll always be amateur boxing. You always have boxers out there, right? But as far as, making it a profitable career, aside from a couple of dudes that will be popular in their own country, right? Aside from that, we are on the verge right now, right? Of seeing, it's going down that path of boxing disappearing from HBO, boxing eventually disappearing from Showtime, boxing disappearing on pay-per-view. And if it doesn't work out in the networks, guess what? Where are they going to broadcast boxing? Are you going to have to catch it on online streams? Is that what you're going to have to do? They're kind of catching on to the fact that boxing doesn't get very good ratings. They're catching on to that. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, right? But you're being negative, man. How is that? It's the truth, right? Yeah, the truth hurts, but it's la verdad. It's true. Things are not looking very good for the sport in the States. They're not. That's what the facts show us. That's what the reality shows us. Okay? It's in the ratings. It's in the budget. Okay? That's all you have to look at. This is not about opinion. No, but in my opinion, 2015 was one of the greatest years in the history of boxing. So many historic things happened. You just don't know it. Look at the data. Okay? That's all you got to do. It doesn't take a genius to look at the data. Just look at it. Look at the number of boxing gyms that fell. Right? Now, it doesn't mean that this problem cannot be fixed. It can. But it's not going to get fixed if everybody's playing pretend, like everything's all hunky-dory. Oh, everything's great. All right? It's not going to work. No. All right? And that's reality. I think one of the reasons many didn't respond to my last one was because it was titled "The UFC is Kicking Boxing's Ass," right? And you guys just don't like UFC or mixed martial arts, And I just want to clarify when I say this. I don't think, okay, UFC or MMA compares to boxing. That's my opinion. I think as a sport, the sweet science is king, right? But that's my opinion. The facts are showing us something different. We know where the youth is going when it comes to combat sports, okay, in this country, and it's not boxing, right? I'll give you another clue. It's not karate either. It's not kickboxing, okay? You want to take a wild guess? It's MMA. That's where the youth is going. And what is boxing doing about it? Nothing. They're doing nothing, right? All these promoters and sanctioning bodies, all they've done is line up their pockets all these decades, and they sucked the life out of boxing. And they got rich off of it. A lot of people some few individuals made a lot of money, but that's exactly what they've done to the sport. And you don't want me to just tell the truth? Of course I want to tell the truth. Like, oh, but that's negative. Yeah. So when I came on here, right, and I was like, fuck yeah, we got Ward Kovalev. Now this is what we need. I still have people come out. Come on, man. Nobody wants to see that fight, man. That fight ain't shit. What the fuck has Kovalev done? You know, fuck, who's he beat? Hopkins? 50-year-old Hopkins? Now, who's the negative one then? Huh? You know, it's crazy. Because whenever they throw stones, for some reason, they're in a glass house, a very small glass house, but they're in a glass house, right? A glass house that already has cracks in it, right? It's going to crack on its own, even if they don't throw the fucking rocks, but they throw the rocks anyway. Anyway, I don't want to be the guy that tells everybody Santa's isn't real, right? I don't. But there you have it. Peace.